Hello, what is up my brothers and sisters? This is Enemy Stand User here and welcome to the spoilers for chapter 246 of Jujutsu Kaisen. This was absolute insanity. This is the type of chapter that actually genuinely makes you sweat because Gege for real is just going to be trigger happy with his pen, and this fight has death written all over it. Sukuna has been dominating, so we're gonna have to see if anyone will really stand against him, so let's jump right into it. The chapter starts with Sukuna versus Higuruma, Chozo, Ino, Yuji, and Kusakabe. They're all jumping him. And we get an answer as for how Sukuna's curse technique was dampened due to Kusakabe utilizing the new shadow style and managing to mitigate the damage that was done. Sukuna remarks that all the sorcerers present, especially Yuji, have significantly improved in basic cursed energy enhancement. Here Kusakabe comments not all of Sukuna's slashes are that world dividing slash that ended Gojo and Kashimo, but he concluded that you naturally need to kind of charge this kind of attack in an interval or use a binding vow to expand the curse technique's target. As we know, Sukuna has his regular dismantle slash and then cleave, which changes based on strength of the target. Now this next info played a big factor into why Gojo died the way that he did. Kusakabe adds that dismantle is projected, it flies, and the world divider slash is more like cleave because its target is expanded. Granted, these are Scanpia's rough translations for reference because I'm pretty sure Sukuna says dismantle when he divides the world. Dismantle activates when it touches the target, with an exception within a domain expansion. Nonetheless, cleave, a direct dismantle, and the slash that divides the world are the ones that will be an instant death even if you use cursed energy enhancements. The fanbook said few could even resist this technique, and that certainly proves true, though it's very intriguing how Higuruma and Kusakabe were able to manage somewhat. Kusakabe definitely came in clutch. You can really tell Kusakabe would rather be anywhere but here, and he wonders why Sukuna doesn't just use his fire ability that he used in Shibuya, like when Sukuna called out Fuga open and destroyed a special grade curse like Jogo with it. However, he just assumes that he can't use it now, and it's not like this team of C-list sorcerers are able to do anything about it anyway. Higuruma is sorry that the confiscation only applied to the cursed tool. Kusakabe says it's fine. His executioner's sword is enough, and Kusakabe will give his life in order to protect Higuruma, even though Kusakabe himself doesn't really want to die for anybody. I swear this guy has such a get it done type vibe, and I know Kusakabe would rather be having his morning coffee right now rather than fighting the king of curses, but this is the situation that we're in. Chozo tries to jump in and do something with his piercing blood technique, but right as the shot closes in on Sukuna, Sukuna performs an absolutely filthy blitz on Chozo, dodged the attack, and gave Chozo the classic double donut special as he throws him away. The worst part is how we don't even know what is the fate of Chozo, because the rest of the group has to still contend with Sukuna. There's no time to even mourn or worry about his situation. However, Ino comes in with Nanami's curse technique imbued into his dull knife blade, and Sukuna remarked just how hard it hit since Nanami's ratio technique is infused into it. Yet all the same, Sukuna tanks it with his bare hands and kicks the dude away. And you know, at this point you could have sworn this was a 5v1 and Sukuna is rolling through these guys like fodder. Sukuna's really about to put everyone here on a shirt, and he really singled out Higuruma, dodged every attack just so he could have Higuruma all to himself, and Higuruma gets thrown away and Sukuna absolutely books it. And Sukuna has to be every bit of 10 feet tall, and he is moving like this. Even Yuji says he is too fast, and that's absolutely terrifying. He purposely isolated Higuruma and is slashing and destroying everything around him, but then the chapter cuts to a flashback. The cast thinks that Higuruma's technique is useful in order to save Megumi's soul from Sukuna. Higuruma's executioner's sword will only kill the target that was declared guilty, and Yuji's fight with Higuruma earlier, it proved that Judge Man can distinguish between multiple souls. So now if Sukuna is the person judged and killed by this sword, then Megumi's soul should remain unharmed. At least now we have a little bit more of an idea and hope that Megumi may just have a chance to be saved. However, it's now clear that Higuruma has some kind of death wish. He can't even use reverse curse technique, yet he's going to be the one to fight Sukuna. Higuruma decided this is punishment for his sins and he will die completing his role. It is really extremely depressing how Yuji can't even encourage him, since Yuji feels exactly the same way, yet he still wants Higuruma to turn back and live. However, now Higuruma has become someone who can't even look Yuji in the eyes anymore. So this is the path that he chose, and man, Gege could not have given us a bigger death flag if he tried. I mean, come on now, we're already familiar with your game, Gege. We then cut back to Higuruma standing against Sukuna, mano on mano, and he quickly uses domain amplification to neutralize Sukuna's slashes. Higuruma is locked in, and this man hasn't been a sorcerer for even 2 months, yet shows such extraordinary growth that fascinates even Sukuna, and he's captivated by the brilliant glow of his executioner's sword. Higuruma now shows the prospect that he has that can match with even Gojo Satoru, and that is an absolutely insane statement. And an insane chapter as well. Higuruma really showed everyone why he is the GOAT in this Shinjuku showdown, because it was looking real iffy last week. There are some very heavy death flags for Higuruma, and if Higuruma was able to help progress this fight to the next stage or fulfill his goal, then I really believe his death will be warranted and it might be satisfying. However, I don't know about Chozo at this point. That was a rather quick exchange and no one really had time to help or react in the situation, so we're just gonna have to see and hope Chozo, being a cursed womb with blood manipulation, lets him live on, which I'm sure he probably will have more moments. Yet now it's obvious that Sukuna is a lot more of a problem than the cast might have envisioned. He's faster, stronger, better, and overwhelmingly powerful. This is not the first time Sukuna was jumped. In history, in Sukuna's heyday, he defeated the Sun, Moon, and Star Squad, the 5 Empty Generals, the Abe clan Angels, as well as the Sugawara clan remnants. Low-key, this little ragtag little group of sorcerers isn't anything special. It's nothing Sukuna hasn't seen before. However, they have remarkable determination, and Higuruma has an ability that is enough to fascinate him. And now he has shown potential that can match with Gojo. But that's it for this one, you awesome brothers and sisters. Higuruma is definitely about to cook, and I cannot wait to see just how Sukuna will react to a one-shot kill sword and to Higuruma's insane potential. We have to remember Yuji also has to cook, so Higuruma's gotta leave room for Yuji, and this battle has just begun, so we're gonna have to see how this goes on. But this has been an awesome chapter, and make sure you guys share what you guys think in the comments below, and please like and sub for more content like this. But this has been Enemy Stand User, and I'll see you awesome guys in the next one. Bye-bye.